And the Ark of the Covenant, even the name whispers of ancient secrets and divine power. This enigmatic artifact, shrouded in mystery and legend, has captivated imaginations for millennia. It is a symbol of faith, a catalyst for adventure, and a source of endless fascination. But what exactly is the Ark of the Covenant? The Ark, as described in the Bible, was a chest constructed of acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold. Its dimensions, meticulously detailed in ancient texts, were approximately 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. Inside, according to tradition, rested the 2 stone tablets upon which the 10 Commandments were inscribed. These tablets, given to Moses by God on Mount Sinai, represented the covenant between God and the Israelites. But the Ark held more than just the Commandments. It also contained Aaron's rod, which had miraculously blossomed, and a pot of manna, the miraculous food that sustained the Israelites during their journey through the desert. These sacred objects, housed within the Ark's golden embrace, transformed it from a simple chest into a powerful symbol of God's presence and his covenant with his chosen people. The Ark of the Covenant wasn't merely a repository for sacred objects, it was the physical embodiment of the covenant between God and the Israelites. This covenant, forged in the fires of Mount Sinai, outlined the terms of their relationship. In return for their devotion and obedience, God promised to protect and guide them. The Ark served as a tangible reminder of this sacred pact. It symbolized God's presence among his people, a presence that brought both comfort and awe. Wherever the Ark went, the Israelites followed, for it represented their hope, their faith, and their connection to the divine. The Ark's significance extended beyond its symbolic value. It was also believed to be a conduit of immense power. The presence of God within the Ark was not metaphorical, it was considered a tangible reality. This divine energy radiating from the Ark was both awe-inspiring and fearsome. To touch the Ark or to gaze upon its contents was to risk instant death. The Ark's power was most dramatically displayed on the battlefield. When the Israelites carried the Ark into battle, God fought alongside them. The very earth trembled before its might, and enemy armies scattered in terror. One of the most famous examples of the Ark's power occurred when the Israelites, led by Joshua, prepared to cross the Jordan River. The river was at flood stage, its waters raging and impassable. Yet, as the priests carrying the Ark stepped into the Jordan's swirling currents, something miraculous occurred. The waters parted as if cleaved by an unseen hand, creating a dry path for the Israelites to cross. This miraculous event, a testament to the Ark's power, filled the Israelites with courage and solidified their faith in God's protection. The Ark's presence also played a decisive role in the Battle of Jericho, as the Israelites marched around the fortified city, carrying the Ark and blowing their trumpets. The seemingly impregnable walls crumbled to the ground. This victory, attributed to the Ark's divine power, solidified the Israelites' hold on the promised land. This vanishing act, where did the Ark go? Despite its power and significance, the Ark of the Covenant vanished from history. Its disappearance, shrouded in mystery and speculation, has fueled countless theories and inspired searches across centuries. The last biblical reference to the Ark places it in the temple built by Solomon in Jerusalem. However, when the Babylonians sacked Jerusalem in 587 BC, the Ark vanished. It was not listed among the treasures looted from the temple, and its fate remains unknown to this day. Some believe the Ark was destroyed by the Babylonians, its golden shell melted down and its sacred contents scattered. Others maintain that it was hidden away before the city's fall, secreted to a safe location where it awaits rediscovery. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged attempting to pinpoint the Ark's current whereabouts. These theories, often based on ancient traditions, cryptic clues, and tantalizing archaeological discoveries, have led seekers on adventures that span continents and delve into the heart of history's greatest mysteries. Ethiopia's claim the Ark in Axum. One of the most enduring and intriguing theories surrounding the Ark's whereabouts places it in Ethiopia, specifically in the city of Axum. This theory, deeply rooted in Ethiopian tradition, claims that the Ark was brought to Ethiopia by Menelik I, the son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. According to Ethiopian legend, Menelik, upon visiting his father in Jerusalem, was given the Ark by Solomon as a gift. He returned to Ethiopia with the Ark, where it was enshrined in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Aksum. This church, considered the holiest site in Ethiopia, is said to house the Ark to this day. The Ethiopian claim is bolstered by the fact that the church in Aksum is guarded by a single monk, who is forbidden from leaving the church grounds for his entire life. This monk is the only person allowed to view the Ark, and he alone knows the truth behind the Ethiopian claim. While intriguing, the Ethiopian claim remains unverified. No outsider has seen the Ark in Aksum, and the Ethiopian government has consistently refused requests to examine the artifact.
All right, so let's talk about lost treasures. There are so many out there that just grab your attention, but I've got to say, the Ark of the Covenant, that one's got to be near the top of the list, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just some random ancient artifact, right? This is the Ark we're talking about. Gold-covered chest, the Ten Commandments inside. It just screams divine presence, like something straight out of history and legend. And you know what makes it even more intriguing? Its role in Israelite history. It was with them through thick and thin, battles, ceremonies, you name it.
Right. And we're not just talking about a symbolic relic here. The Israelites believed the Ark was the dwelling place of God himself.
And then poof, it vanishes. Gone. Just like that, around the time the first temple was destroyed in 586 BC. But, and here's the key, we don't actually know if it was still in the temple at that point.
That's what we're diving into today. The theories, the speculation. Where could it be? What really happened to it?
Exactly. But before we get into the theories, let's start with why it mattered so much.
We're talking about something described all the way back in the book of Exodus. This thing is old.
Oh yeah, ancient. But beyond the stone tablets, what else made it so important?
Think about it. Parting the Jordan River, military victories like Jericho, and the big one. You weren't supposed to touch it or you'd be in serious trouble.
Yeah, bad things happened if you messed with the Ark.
Exactly. And ultimately, it ended up in the Holy of Holies, the inner sanctuary of Solomon's temple, the most sacred spot.
And then the trail goes cold. But let's get into the theories. One of the most popular, Ethiopia.
Right, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Their tradition says the Ark was taken to Aksum, and here's the kicker. Menelik I, the legendary son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, supposedly brought it there.
Now hold on.
I know, son of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba? That's a story in itself.
Oh, absolutely, but here's where it gets tricky. The first written record of this claim comes from the Kebra Nagast, a 13th century Ethiopian text. There's no historical evidence that Menelik I even existed.
Right, but the tradition is deeply believed in Ethiopia. They say the Ark is inside the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Aksum.
Okay, so they claim to know exactly where it is. That's convenient.
Well, here's the catch. Nobody is allowed to see it. The only person who supposedly guards it is a single monk, chosen for life.
So how do we know it's even there? It could be anything.
That's the big question. Is it the real deal or just a replica? No one knows.
Okay, let's move on. What about closer to home? The theory that the Ark was hidden under the Temple Mount in Jerusalem.
Yeah, before the Babylonians attacked in 586 BC. I mean, think about it. If you're a priest and you know invaders are coming, wouldn't you hide your most sacred relic?
Makes sense, protected at all costs.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but, there's a problem. The Temple Mount is one of the most sensitive religious sites in the world. Digging isn't allowed for religious and political reasons.
So could it be there? Sure, but proving it, that's a whole other challenge.
Then we've got the Egypt theory tied to the city of Tanis.
Oh yeah, this one pops up in movies and books all the time. It's a good story.
It really is. But if we're going by actual evidence, there's nothing solid that directly links the Ark to Tanis.
So more speculation than anything else?
For now, yeah.
Oh right, the Vatican vaults theory.
Yeah, some people believe the Ark is hidden somewhere in the Vatican archives, locked away with other religious artifacts.
I mean, they do have an insane collection of historical treasures. Who knows what's tucked away in there?
True, but do we have any actual evidence that the Ark is one of those things?
Not really. This one leans more into conspiracy theory territory.
The Vatican, more of a conspiracy theory. Egypt, Tanis. Cool story, but weak evidence. Jerusalem, Temple Mount. Plausible, but no excavations allowed. So we've got Ethiopia, claimed by the Ethiopian Church, but no proof.
And that's the beauty of it. The search for the Ark. It's like an adventure that blends history, archaeology, and legend.
It's exciting stuff. Yeah, ancient ruins, deciphering texts, hidden chambers.
Okay, let's wrap this up. The Ark of the Covenant, hugely important, still missing.
And the mystery continues. Until we get real proof, this legend isn't going anywhere.
And what kind of evidence would finally crack this case wide open? So if you had to pick, which theory do you find most compelling?
That discovery would be huge. It would rewrite history.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, keep those theories coming. Until next time, keep exploring.
And keep wondering.